guys, Daniel here. Guess this video is a bit backwards compared to normal, given that the start of the video is actually the end of the day. We came down Lake Goldsmith here to get this 19RB Series 2 going. It's owned by John Paul of Bendigo. He operated it professionally for about 30 years, I think he said. And then he brought it down to Lake Goldsmith, but got sick, and it's been sitting for the last 5 years. I think it's been down here for about 10. It actually was here when Goldsmith flooded, which apparently flooded up to here on the machine. It was parked over in the corner here, right in this pile for quite some time. But I ended up getting a hold of him after people trying for years, and came down yesterday, and in theory it should have started up because it was running fine when it parked, but 5 years had taken its toll with a small amount of water in the diesel, and it actually seized up pretty much all the plungers on the injector pump. So we ended up having to pull the injection pump out. Once we pulled it out, I learnt a much easier way of pulling it out, putting it back together. So say, I always learn something, and John ended up having a second-hand one, so we put that in today and got it running, and still need to do a bit of work, freeing things up, but he did manage to drive it up on the mound there and level out the other side. And then I had to play before, but I didn't get around to filming it. But yeah, she's I think he said it's about mid-60s. I don't know what length the boom there is, or the size of the bucket there, but she seems to dig pretty well. It's got a Ruston Bucyrus 6YDA air-cooled 6-cylinder. A bit dark in there. Same engine as a lot of the 22s. If Adrian's watching this video, then pretty much this whole machine is the same as yours, but I believe the only difference between a 22 is the tracks are longer. At least that's what John said. 24 volt start. Turned over, no worries. Was a little bit concerned because the exhaust was not covered over, but nothing got down there, so that's good. But yeah, no fuel coming out of the injection pump. I'll climb up here and show you. Ideally I would have filmed the whole process, and if this happens to someone else you could have known, but there's the injection pump. Timing gear's in here. If you remove the injection pump, split it here, take that plug out, you'll be able to see a rubber coupling in there. Undo these bolts, all your pipe work, linkages, all the obvious things, and then it'll just slide right out. We found timing marks. Take this cover out. There's a big scrub line on the flywheel. Face that up. There's a dot and or 2 dots down here behind this cover. That'll line up with the timing gears. Take that out. When you take it out, it'll be pretty obvious. There's a dowel pin coming out of the coupling. You can only put it back together one way. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that. I took this whole housing, unbolted the whole shaft, had to make sure I timed it back together. It was a bit of a drama, but next time, for sure, just undo the pump body off this housing, and then 100% easier. Yeah, so we pulled it out behind this cover in here. Go to your pumping elements. Initially I thought it was the rack that was frozen because the rack was frozen solid. But it was the fact that all the pumping elements were stuck up and must have had so much pressure on the rack that it just couldn't move. But I couldn't free the elements up. There was actually rust coming out of some of them. So second-hand pump. This pump ended up being also stuck, but managed to pull this one apart enough to free it up. Had the whole back of the governor off, and there's some pictures of a little bit of the process. I'll put them in now with maybe a couple of captions, but no real video. First start in 5 years. Just had to fix 2 injector pumps. Put some new filters on it, primed it up, and she started no worries. There's a video of it starting up. There were a couple of videos of it moving and digging, but nothing great. That's probably about it to show you. She's got some pretty wide shoes on there. I don't know how wide. A little bit close there, but she'll be right, John said. It's been like that for a while. She won't get used much down here, but well, the sun is terrible. We'll go around the other side. So I guess there's not too much to show you. That's about all the work we really did. Greased a couple of things up, and come down another day, change oils. I was under there just before, scraped even grease out of the steering dogs because it was steering terrible, but they never steer great anyway. Yeah, I'll throw in a couple of videos of the first start, literally in 5 years, after putting the second-hand injector pump on there, and there's a couple of them driving it up here, over here, and then leveling out there, and then unfortunately I didn't get in myself, but we're going to there's the other two, J15 Jakes, and Jake's built 10RB. We're going to set the drag line up here somewhere and either load the truck, which will then dump to these, or the truck will dump out and we'll swing in and dump into here. I'm not too sure yet. We've got to work in with some other group here that run the dozers and stuff, so we'll tie some stuff in together. Righto, I'll put some pictures in and videos, and that'll be it. Catch you later.